Daily Devotionals for July 19th. Today's scripture reading will be Exodus 13, verses 21 and 22. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night. He did not take away the pillar of cloud by day or the pillar of fire by night from them before the people. You see, he is that light. In that time, he needed to provide for his people. He had just brought them out from Egypt, and it says that he needed to take them by the way of the wilderness, because if they would have gone the shorter route, they would have seen war, and they wouldn't have been able to take it, and they would have turned back and gone to Egypt. And he didn't want that to happen. And he was providing for them a divine protection and divine direction. So, in the same way that he did for them, just think about it. It was always light. If they had to travel, 24 hours, whatever, they could have continuous light. Because he was in the night, he was the fire, so that they had light. And he was also sheltering them in the daytime from the sun, so they still had light, but they were sheltered. They didn't have the heat. So, in the same way today, he shelters us in that secret place of the Most High in Psalms 91. So we don't turn from to the left or to the right without his divine guidance, for we are supposed to follow him. So he provides his light to us this day. He is the lamp unto our feet. He is that divine protection so that we accomplish all that he has called us to do. Now, we may make choices of our own that can get us off course, but if we're truly, quote, following the Lord, he will be that lamp, he'll be that light, he'll be the one that we follow and stay on course, so that we are never walking in darkness. Now, I find it interesting, the children of Israel, they grumbled and complained, and they had God's divine order. They had all the I'm going to say luxuries of heaven. He provided food for them. Now, not right at that moment he didn't, but of all the things that he did for them while they were in that wilderness experience, and yet they grumbled and complained. And I think about today, so many times we grumble and complain about things that don't go our way, which makes me think, are we, and I'm speaking about myself here, are we really following his way? Because sometimes his way may seem a little difficult, but when we really align ourselves with him, we're going to find that we come into his divine grace, and things will line up, measure up, and go so much easier than if we're trying to go by our own way. Okay, so the next couple of days I'm going to be reading out of Exodus, and just some little tidbits that I think the Lord has shown me and shared with me. And I love the book of Genesis and Exodus. I really do. I always think of myself of being back in that time and how exciting it would have been, except they probably didn't have coffee and they didn't have bathrooms. That's the only things that I really would miss. So, okay, till next time, be blessed.